Hi, I'm Matt with Rustic Lumber Company. Thanks for visiting our products page. Today I wanted to talk to you about grades, as that has a huge impact on your lumber purchase. It affects the price point of your lumber purchase. It affects the overall look of your project, and it affects the quality of your project. So I wanted to explain and just kind of break it down into four main categories of grades for simplicity purposes. There's a lot of micro grades or smaller grades within each grade, but I just wanted to break it down into these main four. The first and most highest grade out there, the most premium available, is called a clear vertical grain lumber. That's CVG. In that product, all the grains are going to be vertical and really tight. As you can see in this, there's 0 knots in this product, but this is going to be that, and this could be applied to cedar, hemlock, Doug fir. It really doesn't matter the species. If you say clear vertical grain, you're talking about all the grains in the wood being straight and vertical, and a real high-end look. This is going to be the most expensive product out there within each species. It's the most premium cut. It's the most rare piece, but it does greatly affect the overall look of your project. So just understand that. The next grade down from there is what we call a clear mixed grain or a flat grain. This is clear, no knots, but the grain is flat instead of vertical. So you're probably wondering what that means. This is what that means. So you can see in this, the grains are running in a flat motion. You can see this one. This is a little bit better piece. So the piece of wood is clear. There's no knots, but the grain is more mixed and not vertical. That's the next grade down. Within that grade, there's several different letters that represent different things. In the lowest grade of mixed grain clear, there are allowance for a couple really small knots, just so that you know. So that is what that is. After you go through the clears of clear vertical grain and clear mixed grain, you're going to go into the knotty products. Knotty products, they're a little more busy. They lend to a little bit more rustic look. Some people love it. They love the glow of the knot. They love the rustic look that it gives them. The clear products are too clean for them, and so this is we refer to it as a select tight knot grade, or an STK. The knots, as you can see in this piece here, the knots are all going to be really tight within the wood, but this is at a more reasonable price point, or the price points can be less, but you'll just have to decide if that's the look you want. This is probably the most mainstream look, is like a STK or a select tight knot product is going to be what you see most of. Great value. Again, it doesn't really matter the species, whether it's cedar, pine, hemlock, fir. If it's an STK product, it's going to have knots in it, and so it's important to understand that. The next grade down from that, kind of the lowest grade, is what we call a rustic grade, and this is kind of the washout from the select tight knot. There's still a lot of good usable wood in this product, tight knots, but it's generally going to have more defect as well, whether it's a loose knot or a split on an end. It's going to have a higher waste factor that you need to figure. You're probably going to have to trim it out a little bit more, but the cost is very reflective of what the product is. Sometimes this product can be half the price of even an STK product, just because of the grading of it. Here's an example of that. So you'll get a board, and it's going to have some nice tight knots and look good, but then maybe towards the end, you're going to have a little knot hole that you gotta cut or trim out when you're installing it. This is the rustic grade product, but the price point of rustic grade definitely reflects what it is. So hopefully understanding these four categories of grades will help you in selecting your lumber. It does have a huge impact. It's going to have a huge impact on your pocketbook. It's going to have a huge impact on the look of your home or wherever you're putting it. We've been doing this a long time, so if you have any questions, just ask one of our sales guys. Bring in a picture and say, hey, this is the look I'm going for. What is this? and we'll be able to pinpoint it and say, oh, that's a knotty product, or oh, the reason you like that so much is because it's a clear vertical grain product. We'll be able to help you select that, but we just wanted you to understand how important it is in selecting grades and understanding grades as you pick your lumber.